They say the prince still walks the village at night, even though he was buried face down, with iron chains around his neck. I saw him. I saw what he did. I'm not supposed to talk about this. My aunt warned me, let sleeping things lie. But I can't sleep anymore. And maybe someone else should know. This happened in 2003. I was 17. My mom sent me to stay with my grandmother in a small village in southeastern Nigeria. She was sick and needed help. The place was quiet, too quiet. At night, no one went out. They said it was because of wild animals. That was a lie. The first night I arrived, I heard drums. Not like the happy ones at festivals. These were slow. Dull. Like something was being summoned. I asked Grandma, but she just shook her head. Lock the door. Don't look out the window. Of course, I looked. I saw a man walking. Tall. Dressed like royalty, but old. His clothes were rotten. He walked slowly, but every few steps, he'd stop and turn his head like he was listening. Then he'd vanish. Just like that. I told my grandmother, and she slapped me. Hard. Don't speak of him. Later, I found out who he was. There was once a prince, long ago, maybe 100 years back. Prince Okwara. He was rich, handsome, and evil. Not just mean. Evil. He'd pick girls from the village and say they were to be his wives. They never came back. People said he took them to the forest and did rituals. Human ones. They tried to stop him, but his father was king, and the palace guards obeyed him. He ruled through fear. One day, a girl fought back. Her name was Ifenanya. She cut him with a blade hidden in her dress. He bled. Not normal blood, thick, black, like engine oil. He didn't die. He laughed and told her, "You'll come back to me," screaming. That same night, she ran into the forest. The next morning, the villagers found her headless body at the market square. Her eyes were in her mouth. The people snapped. They didn't wait for the king's permission. They dragged the prince from his chambers, beat him until he couldn't move, then called a priest. A strong one. They buried him with his face down so he couldn't find his way back. They chained his neck and mouth and poured salt over his body. But they did one thing wrong. The priest died before he could finish the last part of the ritual. He was never really gone. Every 7 years, when the moon turns red, the drums start. And the prince walks again, looking for another girl who looks like Ifenanya. I saw him. My cousin, Ngozi, disappeared that week. We found her dress outside the forest, folded neatly. Like someone laid it there, waiting. The village elders said not to speak her name anymore. Said it fits him. So yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be writing this. But I dream of her sometimes. Her mouth full of ice. And the drums are getting louder again. I don't think it's over.